Zhiqin, Senior Research Fellow at Renmin University of China, for more discussion on China-EU relations. So we were talking about the major issues between China and EU economic and trade relations. Your take on that?
Yes, I think that the relations between Europe and China is one of the most important bilateral relations in the world. In the past years, both sides have tried their best to deepening the cooperations and the mutual understandings and further develop the economic recovery, even during the pandemic outbreak. So both sides are very eager to have close cooperation. But I think that the major challenge and the issue for Europe that they have 2 points, 2 problems. One is that they should be independent from the United States. They should have an independent trade and economic policy, that not to copy the policy from the United States, not to follow the United States to curtail China's development. And the second, both sides have some disputes on the IPR protection, but China has done its best to protect the IPR. So in order to promote the technical and intelligent cooperations, I think both sides should have more deepening the dialogue and the cooperation in order to improve the relations and mutual understandings.
And in terms of sectors, what areas do you see opportunity to further expand cooperation between the two sides?
Actually, there are so many areas that both sides have opportunity to have closer cooperation. Like some guests just mentioned that, for instance, the new technology cooperations in smart technology, even during the healthy management and healthy care industries, and also important for both sides, the manufacturing sections should be have more closely cooperation with each other. Of course, in the digital side and also in the energy, clean energy, and then NEV, so a vehicle that we have already many cooperation from Germany and France and Italy, from other major European countries. And the EU agriculture section is also one of the important things that to be focused. The other point is that the chemical industry, the biochemical industry, is also one of the advanced and promising section for the future. So both engineers and experts have deepened understanding to have close cooperation in order to be more independent from the other powers in the world that to dominate such industry and section. So both sides we have so many things that to do and many areas to have a good chance that to have better cooperations.
Yeah, and China is all for opening up and strengthening cooperation. What has China done, and can China still do to further expand trade between the two sides and also attract more investments from the EU?
I think basically we have 2 things that should be done. 2 C's or 2 D's. 2 C's is the coordination and the cooperation. 2 D is the dialogue and the discussion. We have disputes. This is a very normal, very nature, but we should need to coordination and cooperation and discussion in order to solve these problems, not to confront it with each other. Especially, we should not have any political bias or discriminative policies towards the Chinese companies. And we should open up all this market access that to let the Chinese company to go to the European countries, and China should also open widely, deeply, and the market also welcome the European companies to be in China to have more investment. Like the several months before, there's many big European companies are willing to have more investment in China. So by doing so, that both sides can have a better understandings, also mutual trust. I think we have a very good commitment and responsibility to have more contributions for the recovery of the world economy.
Yeah, great point. Definitely more communication and more trust between the two sides is urgently needed. So hopefully there will be more exchanges between the two sides in the coming years. Thank you so much